If I come in the building and there's 5 CNAs and I make number 6, I'm going home. Cousins, kinfolks, what's good? It's your girl, the Real Life Plug, and I'm back with another episode for the How to Be a Travel CNA series. If you're new here, welcome. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and turn those post notifications on so you can be on time for every single cousin walk, every single car ride, every single cousin sit down session. Be on time for the kinfolk link up. Why? Because this is where it's at and this is where you want to be. Period. Guys, so as you can tell by the video, today we're going to be talking about what recruiters are looking for in travel CNAs. One of the things that recruiters are going to be listening for and looking for is if you are reliable, if you're a partner in business. What I need you to understand is that when you are signing up to be a travel CNA with an agency, you are becoming a partner in business with them. You have a skill set that they have a demand for and they're going to pay you for it. That is a business partnership. This is not just a job, it's a partnership. That's why some of these companies you're getting paid you're using 1099s and not W-2s or W-4s, okay? Because it is a partnership. You're coming into agreement with this agency that this is the work that I'm going to perform for this allotted amount of time, and you're going to pay me X amount of dollars for me to perform this work. Good vibes are not just for dating. They're not just for talking or trying to find a significant other. They're not just for trying to decipher if this is a pretty good place to eat or have happy hour. The recruiters are going to be listening for your intentions, your motives. They're going to be listening to your energy over the phone. So if you're doing an over the phone interview and you're at home, I highly recommend standing up. You might want to stand in the sunlight. Smile, maybe sway back and forth just ever so slightly to give yourself some momentum, to make you feel like you're actually standing in front of someone. You know, just really give it your all when you're on the phone with them, like they're standing directly in front of you. I even know that now recruiters are doing like FaceTime interviews. They're doing Zoom interviews, Google Meet interviews. So you have to have that energy, and you can. One thing we know for sure is that you cannot fake a vibe. You can't. You can try, but you can't. What are your intentions? Are you going to properly represent this agency? Are you really a good person, or are you just in it for the money? All right. So the recruiters are going to be listening for your intentions and your motives. This is another Twitter word. Growth. The recruiters are going to be listening to see whether or not you are willing to grow and expand in your career field. Are you content with what you're doing? Are you content with geriatric care, or would you like to perhaps move on to pediatric care? Would you like to be a part of labor and delivery? Are you willing and able to learn and add to your skill set? That is one of the things that is attributed to growth and looking to expand in your career field that recruiters are definitely going to be listening to. And I do understand that we do have some OGs in the field who are content with exactly where they are, and we have some that are still willing to grow and learn and expand in their craft. So it's all up to you. But when you're doing your over the phone interviews, when you're working with these different agencies, the ability to grow and expand in your area of expertise or non-expertise is definitely something that you want to impress upon them. This is another social media word: brand ambassadors. Are you going to represent the company well? First and foremost, you represent yourself as a medical professional. You represent the recruiter, then you represent the company, and you represent the facility. So this is like you and your homegirl getting ready to go on a double date, and you are dating a shot caller, you are dating a big baller, you are dating...
I don't know any single famous people right now besides the one that I want, and I'm not going to tell y'all that on this video, but...
Sorry, Lori Harvey. Say you Lori Harvey, right? You dating Michael B. Jordan, and they want to invite...
Where's the good men left in Hollywood? Who are the good men in Hollywood? Hollywood is...
I don't know why Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan would be hanging out with Idris Elba, but whatever. They're hanging out with Idris Elba, or they're hanging out with Taraji P. Henson, and they're like, hey, homegirl, come through, let's go on a double date. You are not only representing yourself as a woman, man, or however you identify, but you're representing Lori and Michael because they asked you to come along with them. Okay? So even if you don't like Idris or Taraji, you gotta pretend. You gotta put on a front because at the end of the day, this is Idris and Taraji. Like, what's going on with you? You know what I'm saying? You represent the company. You represent your friend and your recruiter because your recruiter is the one who brought you to the company. Lori and Michael invited you to dinner. Then you represent the company once you get to the facility. Okay, now you, Lori, and Michael B are sitting down at the table waiting for Taraji or Idris to come on by. You are representing the wholeness thereof that you deserve to be at this table. And then while you're having dinner and you're enjoying Idris's or Taraji's company, that is when you represent the company. And when you leave the restaurant for the night, when you clock out of your shift for the day, you represent the facility. Are you going to be a good brand ambassador? Are you going to be out there in them Alaska streets getting turned up, twerking on tables and shit like that? Because I be seeing y'all do that. Are you going to be doing that? It's all good to have fun, but when you're on an assignment, remember that you are a brand ambassador for the company and the recruiter, and Travel CNAs already get a lot of shit. Okay, just remember to carry yourself like a woman or a man at all times in the best regard. Did y'all like that Taraji and Michael B analogy? Hustle-itis. Yes, now this is not a social media word. This is a word that I just made up. Hustle-itis, okay? Itis, come on medical professionals, what does the word itis mean? All right, so I got the hustle-itis, okay? Recruiters are going to be listening to see how much hard work and dedication you are really, truly willing to put in. Are you the type of aide that at 36 hours, I'm capped out, I'm done, I'm not picking up the phone, I'm not coming in to help them, even after I just worked 12 hours, I won't pick up the phone to come in and work another 2 hours. I'm not coming in on my off day. They want to know how much hustle-itis you got, how much hustle you got. How much work, how hard of a worker you really are. Are you just in it for the base pay or are you in it for the big dollars? Because like I told you, if you, in another video, say you're making $1,000 a week on a 4-week assignment, that's $4,000 at the end of the total at the end of the assignment. The assignment, the contract was probably really a $20,000 contract. And because you lack hustle-itis, you don't want to put in the work. You only made the bare minimum, which was $4,000 off of a $20,000 contract. Where your hustle-itis at, huh? Now, this is not a social media word, and it's not a word that I made up. But this one has come up again, y'all. Team player. Being a team player is such a vital part to being a travel CNA. I honestly do not understand how some of y'all get in these groups and are complaining about the amount of work that you have to do at these facilities. That's what we're there for. We're there to fill in their staffingly challenged needs. Well, that's what we're there for. We're there to fill in their staffingly challenged needs. We're there to fill in the shortage for where their employees are. I promise you, on any given day of the year, I would rather work with 3 CNAs. I would rather work with 4 or less, but before I work with 5 or more CNAs. I will go home. If I come in the building and there's 5 CNAs and I make number 6, I'm going home because y'all don't need me. At this point, you know, everybody has like 8 CNAs. I'm a team player. I'm a team player. Call me when there's only 2 aides on the floor. Call me when there's only 2 and a possible on the schedule. Okay, because I would rather work with 3 aides that know we all have 18 patients apiece and we're going to help each other get these 18 patients apiece done than to work with 6 aides, 5 aides, 7 aides. That's a unicorn right there. I ain't never seen 7 aides. But that many aides and my night is going to go slow. And then everybody is going to be sitting at the nurse's unit on their phone, ordering food, talking to their man, trying to do homework with their kids. And the DON, the ADON, the charge nurse, the unit manager walks by and they like, oh, everybody got time to sit down? Okay. All right, let me get a set of vitals on everybody in this section. Nobody over there got showers this morning, and nobody right here had their monthly vitals, their first of the month weights done. So y'all go ahead and do that. Now, Dad, call me when it's four or less, because I'm a team player. I like to pick up slack. I don't like to make work be done. Like I don't like when they do that. I don't like that shit. Call me when it's 4 A's or less. Be a team player. And being a team player is not something that you can fake. You either are or you are not. You can grow into becoming a team player, but coming right out the back, you're either a team player or you're not, and that's really going to show. That's why, again, recruiters, agencies really like for the aides to have at least 1 year's experience in a long-term care facility. That way you can feel what it's like to work in the wintertime when everybody is at work right before Christmas. Right before Christmas, from like back to school time to the week before Christmas, everybody and their mama is at work all the time. Why? Got to pay them credit card bills from all that back to school stuff and got to start running up the money to get the children their Christmas gifts, right? Christmas hits. Tax season. Ain't nobody coming to work. Ain't nobody coming to work during tax season. Especially with these stimulus checks now. Ain't nobody coming to work during tax season. Are you crazy? So from January to about March, you're going to be working short-staffed. And then come March up until the middle of June, everybody going to be at work because they got to start running up this money. Summertime. End of the school year, got to start doing stuff for the kids. So once you work a whole year at any type of facility, you want to be able to see the highs and the lows, the census of the employees. Are you going to work hard through that? Or are you going to quit? They're going to be able to tell.
Oh, you only worked at Johnson Johnson nursing home from March to June, and then we see that you worked at Greenbrier nursing home from October until December, but there's no continuity in your... Can't make it up. A skilled recruiter is gonna know. They're gonna know.
Attitude, baby. I got enough of it for me and you. Now this word usually has a negative connotation to it. But today, in this moment, we're going to turn it around. We're going to make it a positive connotation. Attitude. How you come into the building. How you answer the phone. Now, granted, sometimes the recruiters do get the time zones mixed up, but for the most part, they do try to call you at a respectable hour. And if it's a respectable hour, are you answering, hello? Are you like, hello? Good afternoon. Thank you for calling. Well, now you don't have to do all that, but hi, how are you? Because you know ain't nobody calling you from Omaha, Nebraska, except for your recruiter. Ain't nobody calling you from Phoenix, Arizona, except for your recruiter, and you live in Philly. You know that's the only person you know in Arizona is your recruiter. Ain't nobody calling you from Omaha, Nebraska, and you live in the A. That's the only person you know. That's it. Hi, how are you? Let them know that you're excited to hear from them. They're trying to give you some money. You walk into this facility, they're trying to give you some money. This facility is trying to pay you. Where's your positivity? Where is the good attitude? Where is the smile? Y'all paying me. Y'all think I'm worthy of this $30,000 bands, $30,000 I'm about to run up on y'all. Y'all think I'm worthy of this $20K. Y'all think I'm worthy of this PPP loan I'm ready to run up on y'all. Or maybe it's because y'all don't know. Maybe y'all don't know that your contracts are double, triple, quadruple what you're getting paid in that time period. I don't know. I mean, either way, if somebody was trying to put $4,000 in my hands at the end of 4 weeks and all I had to do was do what I know I'm good at and I can do in my sleep with one arm tied behind my back, and that's it, I'm coming in this piece with bluebells and copper shells on. Try to do the little... But y'all can't see it because vertically challenged. But anyway, your attitude, how you answer the phone, how you greet your clients, how you greet the facility when they call you. Having a positive attitude. They can hear over the phone if you're smiling, if you're laying down, if you're eating, if you're trying to roll up, if you're taking a drink. They can tell. So at least try to have a smile when they call. Let me tell y'all something. I can get a real nasty attitude. After about day 3 of working 16-hour shifts, yeah, ain't no smile. It's none of that.
No cookies today, Miss Johnson. I don't care. No, your daughter is not coming. Your husband been dead for 15 years. I don't care about none of that. Like,
After about day 3 of 16. How do I fix that? How do I adjust that? Well, I just remember why I'm there. I actually write it down on my wall. Visual representation. On this assignment, I'm making 15 bands. On this assignment, my goal is to make 25 bands. Whatever. And when they start getting on my nerves, the bands gonna make me dance. And I'm single. So I don't really have to share my money. Like, I'm not obligated to share my money with another human being. 30 bands gonna make me get that attitude right. Compassion. Are you passionate about what you're doing? Or are you just in it for the money? Again, like I mentioned earlier, they'll ask you, name a time in which you had a very difficult situation arise and how you overcame it, how you dealt with it. That will come out with your compassion. You had to choose between you working a 16-hour shift. You had to choose between going on break in between shift or giving this client who just came back from the hospital after 5 days a bed bath. And she's your favorite. You love her. You love Miss Johnson. She was gone. She was sepsis, had a mastectomy, had a breast removed. And you know she does not like being funky. And you can smell her coming down the hallway off the gurney. Are you going to sacrifice your break and give her a bed bath and wash her up and see how she's doing? That's compassion. Or are you going to take your break? And it's not necessarily a bad thing if you choose to take your break because she can wait to get a bath. But compassion, you might just do it without taking your break. Compassion is, I know that the facility is super, super short. This is my first day off in 10 days. Compassion. Maybe I can try to work out 4 hours. Maybe I can come in the first 4 hours or maybe the last 4 hours and maybe some hours in between. Maybe I can just come past trays. Compassion. Instead of leaving my residents hanging, instead of leaving my fellow CNAs and staff hanging, maybe I can sacrifice a little bit of sleep. A little bit. Compassion. Big trust. Trust is a two-way street. You are initially trusting that your recruiter is going to keep your information safe and find an assignment that works best for you. Your recruiter is in turn trusting that when you sign your name on this contract that you're going to stick with it, you're going to show up, and you're going to do your job. It's a two-way thing. You trust that your recruiter is not about to have you in the middle of nowhere, Ajibaji town, and your recruiter trusts that you're going to show up because you're not in the middle of nowhere, Ajibaji town. You know what I'm saying? Your patients, your clients, your facility trust that you're coming to take care of these patients, of these clients, and you trust that the facility is going to pay your agency so your agency can pay you. Your clients, your patients are trusting that you're going to provide them with the optimal care that you can for the day, and you're trusting that they're going to make it through the shift, that they're not going to fall. Vitals are going to stay stable. Trust in traveling is a two-way thing. That goes way back to the very beginning when I said business partner, brand ambassador. You're trusting that the company that you're representing has good morals and values and actually is sticking to their mission and vision statements. And they're trusting that you're going to represent them, that you're going to exemplify and embody what is in their mission and in their vision statement. So trust. You have to have a lot of trust when you're doing travel nursing. Your recruiter at times will become your best friend. And you have to trust that your best friend has the best interest at heart for you during this time. Integrity. Doing the right thing even when no one is watching. You're literally on the road by yourself. You could get that first paycheck and leave and never ever speak to the recruiter ever again. You could steal supplies from the facility, like a whole lot, like some ventilators. Forget the gloves. Like I wasn't coming for nothing basic, because we all take gloves home. We all take pins home. I'm talking about ventilators. What are those things called? Pure Wicks. Things that your granny might need because she's on dialysis. Things that your son might need because he has lupus. Things that your sister might need because she has leukemia. Things that your aunt might need because she has cancer and the doctors are not, or diabetic. Your mom is diabetic and the doctors are not providing them with the tools and the resources that they need. So it might just be a little bit easier to take something from the facility. No, it's not right at all what the doctors are doing to your family. And it's also not right for you to take from the patients. Integrity is doing the right thing even when no one is watching. And there's not very often that people are asked questions about integrity, because integrity is a matter of morals, of values, of ethics, about what you feel and do inwardly about yourself. I could be laid up in this bed and the diabetic test strips that somebody else took could have been the very ones that your mom or your grandmother needed. Yeah, they don't really, check the time cards for real. And I know I was 45 minutes late, so I'm going to just say that I was only 5 minutes late. Stealing time. Integrity. You trust that your recruiter is not stealing from you. You trust that your recruiter is putting in your hours, right? Integrity. Do the right thing even when no one is watching. And that will be revealed through your references, through your resume. And the recruiters definitely check in with the facilities.
Nah, she said she showed up at 3 o'clock. She didn't get till 5. She said she worked 2 7Ps and 7 A's. Nah, she ain't worked not a one.
True story. It happened to me. Integrity, y'all. And it's okay if you're new to this and you're still working your way, figuring out what is and is not integral. But if you grown in this and shame on you. And I hate to end the video on that note, but I would love for us to all embody integrity and do the right things even when no one is watching, like wearing our masks, social distancing, hand sanitizer, things like that. Those are integral things for us to help keep us safe, not necessarily for other people. If you like this video and you'd like to see more content like it, please make sure you give your girl that thumbs up, comment any other topics you'd like for me to cover, subscribe, and of course, turn those post notifications on so you can be on time for every single cousin walk, every single car ride, every single cousin sit down session. Be on time for the kinfolk link up. Why? Because this is where it's at, and this is where you want to be. Peace, love, and blessings. Till next time, cousins.